Last year, Michael Kroger, you revealed that your old friend, the former Treasurer Peter Costello, thought Tony Abbott was an economic illiterate. Do you think Tony Abbott is not confident enough to take on Kevin Rudd in a debate on debt and deficit?
Well, let me correct you. That wasn't something I said. It was published in a book. They weren't my remarks. But,
so it wasn't true? Peter Costello didn't think Tony Abbott was an economic illiterate?
Well, that's what was written, but I must say I've never thought that. And those that know him well know that's not the case. I mean, he's a road...
But it was written that he said it to you. Did he not?
No, it was written in his book. He wrote that in his book. Or words to that effect. Not those exact words. But, look, Tony Abbott is a Rhodes Scholar, for goodness sake.
But that doesn't mean he knows everything there is to know about debt and deficit. Do you think... The question was, do you think he's not confident enough to have that debate? Is that why he's shying away from it?
No, he's not going to play Kevin Rudd's games. What he's going to do is debate Kevin Rudd during the election campaign. But whilst Kevin Rudd's in this faux period of dodging and weaving and announcing a policy every hour on something new, Tony Abbott's not going to sort of debate him before we have the election campaign.
Is there any doubt we're in an election campaign now?
Well, what we're saying is, of course, when the election is formally called, that's what we're saying. But, yeah, are we in an election campaign? In a sense, we are. Rudd is campaigning. He's not governing.
Look, Emma, to me it makes no sense. It actually makes no sense to me, this kind of strategy from the Liberal Party, because if he's such a fraud and if he's all fake and he's all kind of this and that, you think that Tony Abbott would be jumping at the opportunity to have a couple of hours out there debating the Prime Minister, and you think that Tony Abbott will be confident enough to know, hang on, I've been in the front line of politics for, 4 or 5 years now, and, Kevin Rudd's been kind of on the backbench for a couple of years. I'd be on top of my game, and the fact that he's kind of running away from it, look, I don't understand the strategy, and maybe Michael can kind of fill us in on this. I don't understand the strategy and the tactic for an opposition leader to say, hang on, I am not prepared to debate the Prime Minister of Australia on my issues that Tony Abbott is going around claiming that he owns.
Well, Sam, first of all, can I say this? You know Kevin Rudd's a fraud. That's why you and the New South Wales division got rid of him 3 years ago. You knew he was a hopeless leader. I don't think Kevin Rudd was a hopeless leader. I've been a big supporter of Kevin Rudd for a long time. You know that, Michael. You know that. You know I've been a big supporter of Kevin's for years. We've discussed it many times. More fool you, my friend. Your division got rid of him 3 years ago, and it was only because Gillard was so appalling that you brought him back.
Now, we're going to run out of time, and I want to steer you back to some other issues.